Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another round of these webinar series by Business Standard, hoping to understand these uncertain times a bit better. And we have with us today Mr. Ketan Patel, CEO of Kashi. Ketan has had a long association with the Kotak Mahindra Group before leading Kashi as the Executive Director and CEO for a couple of years now. While with Kotak, he built 4 businesses from scratch, among other things. And Kashi has been an extension of his entrepreneurial journey. The company is one of India's most successful fintech firms in the alternative lending space. This entrepreneurial outlook leads to the kind of innovations and disruptions we need to tide over these times. I'm sure Ketan has a lot to say about it. But before we start, while he speaks, please send in your questions to him on the Q&A tab, and we'll be happy to take a look at them. Over to you, Ketan.
Thank you, Monish. Thank you very much. Good evening, guys. Thank you for sparing time to listen to me. I know it's Saturday evening, but all of us have nothing better to do. So might as well have a small chat, see if I can help you all with some of your answers, some of the questions that you would have. Maybe I have answers for these, and maybe I'll learn from you all. So, I have a short presentation. I'll make that presentation. After that, you all can shoot any questions that you all have. Don't worry, this is not going to be a scary presentation. I am looking at this opportunity, at this event as an opportunity for a company like mine. So before I start my presentation, I'll tell you that we are one of the few companies, and this I was telling Monish in the morning, who have gone ahead with the appraisals. We've not fired a single guy. We will not fire a single guy. We've honored all the offers that we had rolled out. We do recruit a lot of B school grads. We go to the IIMs. We've recruited 7-8 people this year. We've honored all our offers. On the contrary, we've given hikes to people. We've done appraisals. We've given bonuses because we feel that in a time like this, it's only people who will help us. And these times don't come very, very often. So if you can train your people for the worst, they will deliver when the tide changes. So that's my little take on the situation. So I'll make a presentation on what do we foresee for, post-COVID, and what are we doing as a company to ensure that we are ready when the time changes. Yeah. I hope my presentation is seen. So most of you all know what is happening. A lot of companies, there is no business which has happened in the last 2 months. Somebody told me, my board asked me if I was ready to give a guidance for this year, and I said I'm not ready. I don't know when the situation will improve, and I don't want to give a guidance every 15 days because every 15 days the lockdown is extended. So nobody knows the extent of this. By when will we end? By when will things normalize? But this is the time, when you can change a lot of things. What we are doing at this point in time is ensuring that whatever flaws that we have in our system, we should correct it. My father taught me one thing. Coming from a Gujarati business background, my father taught me one thing which I always remembered, that during rains, clean your balcony. And I asked him why. He told me that, when it is raining and you clean your balcony is clean, and your neighbor doesn't even know that what you've done. So that is what we are doing at this point in time, using this opportunity to correct every flaw that we have, improve ourselves in every possible way, to ensure that if there is one company which will survive this, then that has to be us. So like I was saying, this is a very good opportunity. Like Monish said that I have built 4 businesses in Kotak. I spent 18 years in Kotak before I took this plunge. I've seen 3 cycles in Kotak, 3 cycles where wealth destruction has happened. This is the first time I'm seeing where there is a health and wealth destruction. So this is also a learning for me. but I am using my past experiences of coming out of various cycles to ensure that we create a business which is for the future. 98 is a time which I remember when I just started my B school, and most of the NBFCs had been shut. 7, 8 survived. One of them was Kotak, and Kotak today happens to be one of the best banks India has ever produced. We aspire to do something similar. So the learnings of 98 to 2003 is what I am trying to inculcate in my system. I will give you examples of what we are doing, what is the situation, and how are we trying to better it. So, like I was saying that, if you have a strategy in place and if you implement it well, it will help you in the next 3 to 5 years. This is the time when you can build a mind-boggling organization. This is what everybody keeps saying, but I don't think a lot of people do. So, innovation across is what everybody will have to focus on, whether it is product, whether it is collaborations, whether it is AI, data. So people always used to claim that data is the new oil. This is the time to actually use it. So strategic partnerships will be of the hour. What we are trying to do is nobody knows the how unfold, but the event will give you some trends. So what we are trying to do is what are the trends that the event is showing us. So what we've realized is a lot of people have medical emergency needs. So can we create products which can help us lend to people who need insurance? People will be looking at co-living. So we've tied up with co-living companies to see, can we create a product where we can do rental deposits? So what we are trying to do is looking at the situation, looking at how the trends play out, can we create products which will help us? So product innovation is going to be a significant KPI. And this is what I keep telling my team that, mistakes, we will make mistakes, but we need to ensure that every mistake that we make, we learn from it and we don't repeat our mistakes. So we will fail fast and fail often, and this will be very, very critical. So like I said, 2 products we are building. We are building one more product where e-bikes, we've tied up with the largest, and most of these collaborations will be you can't expect that your partner will help you build your business. Unless it's a win-win for both the sides, there is no way you will be able to build a mind-boggling business. So what we are doing currently is tying up with the largest e-bike company in the country. I have 6 million customers on Kashi. What I've told the company is, I will sell your e-bikes to my 6 million customers. You create an online platform to sell your e-bikes to whoever is coming to you. Can we try and ensure that we bypass your entire distribution, and it can be a win-win for everyone, you, me, customer. The customer gets a better pricing because we've bypassed all the distribution channels. The company gets sales and I get lending business. So it's a win-win for all. We are trying to do this with multiple players and create products where it'll a product which, because social distancing is going to be a norm, most of the people will not be able to afford 4-wheelers. 2-wheelers is what they are going to look at. Can we look at e-bikes? So that is one. Co-living, like I said, rental deposits. Can we create a rental deposit product for people who have, nobody will be able to afford a 3-month or a 6-month deposit at this point in time. Can we help them do this? So we are talking to large broking companies, online broking companies, and co-living companies to create a product. Like I've said, collaboration is going to be the key. You will have to think out of the box and see what is it that you can do with partners, what is it that you can do with your competitors. So since I am a digital lending company, and most of the banks have branches where everything is physical, what we are talking to a couple of banks is that, can we, you have your own segment, I have my own segment, we don't compete with each other, but can we help you create a digital journey for your customers, right? So that is what we are doing. we are trying to create platforms not in this country but even outside of this country, which can help customers build their complete digital journey. So as we speak, we've tied up with four banks in Sri Lanka, where we are creating a platform so that they can have a digital journey. In India, it's going a bit slow, but we are talking to two large banks to see if we can create a platform for them. In Sri Lanka, we've gone one step ahead. We've personal loans is something which we understand. We've, like I said, we have 6 million customers. We've done a million plus loans. We've disbursed 2,000 crores till now. So in 2 years, and we are the only profitable fintech, not only, but one of the few profitable fintechs in this country. We are creating a gold loan product, a digital gold loan product uh, for customers in Sri Lanka. So we want to do something similar out here. We are talking to banks in Nepal to see if we can tie up. These are times when you will have to expand, see what is it without incurring a major cost using your current platform. Can you tie up with other players who were competition at some point in time, but now can you segregate your target audience and their target audience and create a product which can be a win-win for all? So that's what we are doing at this point in time. Uh, this goes without saying, it is contactless. What we've done in the last 2 years is create a digital platform where we don't see our customer at all. We don't meet our customer at all. Everything is digital. From the time he downloads the app to the time he gets a loan, everything is digital, where we don't meet or talk to the customer at all. So the business that we run is a 150 member team business, and everything wherever we can use uh, uh, technology, we are using technology to ensure that uh, this can be a complete digital process. So I think lot of people will be now focusing on this because of social distancing. There is no way you can have a lot of manpower who will go and meet the customers. The customers would also not want to come and visit you to your branches. So how do you create uh, a platform where everything is digital and you can do your checks using technology? So just to tell you, from the time the guy downloads the app, okay, all his documents are uh, verified digitally. So if he gives me his PAN card, we ping the NSDL database to see if the PAN card is genuine, not genuine. If he gives me his driving license, we ping the driving license database to check whether he is whether the document is genuine, not genuine. Uh, Even voter ID, Aadhaar, we do the same thing. His salary slip and bank statement, we do OCR to see whether uh, what he's given us is right, wrong. We also ping the EPFO register to see whether the EPFO is cut, and we do a reverse calculation on the salary and see if the salary slip and the bank statement are showing a similar salary. The agreement is signed using the NSDL e-sign, and the entire process from the time the guy downloads the app to the time the money hits his account is best case 30 minutes, worst case 4 hours. So neobanking is going to be the future, and we want to walk one step towards it. We want to be a bank. I said this to Business Standard in my interview 4 months ago. I think I told this to Raghu that in 5 years we will be a digital bank, and I think this is the right time for us to start working towards it. We feel that, you know, a lot of people now, both on the MSME side and the consumer side, will be looking out for loans, and there is going to be a shrinkage of lenders. So people who are sitting on cash and people who have the ability to use their platform for multiple segments will be able to maximize. Uh, my gut is, and this is what I've been telling my team also, that my gut is that for us to uh, do a similar business of what we did last year, even after losing 3-4 months, should not be a problem at all. because this is the time, and China has been showing that there has been revenge buying which is happening. Demand has started picking up in China. So I'm very bullish that a lot of people who were not lenders, and at this point, I don't think a lot of banks or NBFCs would be focusing on lending. So we would want to take advantage of this situation and ensure that we are there. So at this point in time, also when most of the people are not lending, we are lending. Medical emergencies is what even we are lending even now. So we've created a product which where uh, since most of the health insurances are co-pay, and the company or the insurance company pays only part of it, the rest of uh, the requirement is funded by us. That product is doing well even now at this point in time, and we feel happy that by having a product like this, we are able to help people during these times when uh, getting money from other sources would be very, very difficult. This is something which we are working on. How do you have virtual collaterals? So as we speak, my team is speaking, trying to create a product. Though there are products available offshore, but we are trying to create a product on, can we lock the mobile for if he doesn't pay my money? So we are trying to create a lock where uh, can the guy not even use the phone as a watch if he doesn't pay our money. So those are the kind of products that we are looking at. Virtual collaterals, if somebody can create this in the lending business, it'll go a long way. So we are trying to do it. We are far away from it, but we are very, very confident that we'll be able to do something similar. Since we are an app-based lender, anybody who takes loans from me will have a smartphone, uh, and if I can lock the phone, if he doesn't pay me my money, it'll help me in my recovery process. So cross-selling is going to be very, very relevant going forward. Uh, if you can generate multiple revenue streams from the same customer, or by paying the cost of acquisition once, if you can create multiple revenue streams, uh, you are sorted. So that is what we want to do. For the what is it we are trying to see the ecosystem of our customer on, what is it that he will need money for. So as we speak, we are trying to create products for all his needs, whether it is rental deposits, two-wheelers, medical emergency, mobile phones, white goods, travel, which at this point in time is not there, but whenever it picks up, insurance. So we are trying to cover the entire ecosystem to the best of our ability, and see if we can try and cross-sell him multiple products. So insurance is something which we do, both life and general insurance. Last financial year, we were able to do 20 crores of cross-selling without adding a single manpower. What we've also done is we've created a product with ICICI where it's a job loss insurance. So the person and people will have to start thinking of innovative products like these, because at 22, if I ask you, will you buy a life insurance, you will not do it unless it's for tax, because you don't think that you are going to, hello, you don't think you're going to die. But if I ask you, will you take a job loss insurance, you would be more than willing to buy it. So we have to create innovative products like these. We've just created a product with ICICI Lombard, where job loss insurance is what we are selling to people. COVID insurance is what we are working on, uh, where we want to cover the person and his family for any COVID related emergencies that he might have. Like I've always been saying, AI, data is the new oil. How can you use so we what we've done is we've created our own algo. We don't look at credit scores, we don't look at bureaus, I don't look at CIBIL to judge a person. We've created our own algo, our own score, to see if we can judge the person using his social behavior. So we have something called as a social loan quotient, where the score is similar to what a CIBIL or a Equifax or a Experian would give, and we give loans basis that. So what we are trying to do is, from the mobile data, from his income data, his employment data, and his social behavior, can we try and create a score? So we try and create a individual score as well as a community score. So uh, how has the community behaved? If the community has behaved well, the person will get brownie points. If the community has not behaved well, then he will have negative points. So that has helped us at this point in time across loan. Even this is before COVID. I don't know how after COVID how the delinquencies will pan out, but my delinquencies across loan cycles are between 1.2 and 1.3%. So which is as good as maybe what a, a large bank like ICICI or HDFC would be having on their personal loans portfolio. So this is going to be the future, and I think this is a cost saving tool for people like us. So even before this happened, what we were doing is we were allowing people 1 week to work from home every month. Now, what we are doing is we are ensuring that 40% of the people will work from home every month. So this will help reduce our overheads as far as offices and other expenses are concerned. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
So what we are doing, so work from home is going to be a necessity going forward, and we are also looking at this as an opportunity because this will help us reduce our cost, ensure that and people will have a great work-life balance working from home as long as productivity matrices are met and you know what is it that is expected from the person. You are sorted. So even now in these times we are able to work from home. The idea is very simple. People can log in at 9, log out at 9 in the night. In between, they can work for 9 hours as per their uh, whatever as per their convenience and finish whatever task has been given to them. Everything is digital. The managers are able to look at productivity from their mobiles. Uh, Even my collection teams is operating from home, and all the calls are recorded. Everything is happening because the calls are happening from my prod. So we've been able to manage that well, and I think a lot of companies will have to move to work from home if they want to survive this. And yes, finally, this is what is going to happen. M&A is going to be the future. Hello. So a lot of companies will go down, but people like companies like us will look at this as an opportunity to acquire some companies which are going down and which have some value to add. Similarly, a lot of banks will acquire companies like mine who have a very strong digital play, because most of the banks don't have a very strong digital play. So this is going to be the future. So yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm done. If you have any questions, please ask. Monish, people can ask me
Yeah.
live. I'm okay.
We have a few questions on the Q&A tab. Just take a look at them. And I
Okay.
see some raised hands. Maybe we'll get them to talk to you after this.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So I'll just look at that. Just give me a moment. Huh? Okay. So important factor as to how to attract customers and build trust for a startup like yours. See, okay, I'll tell you one thing. 50% of the customers that we acquire are organic. What we've believed is that your existing customers are your best referral points. So, what we do is we incentivize our existing customers to refer other customers to us. So we give a 300 rupee Amazon voucher to our existing customers to refer a customer, and he's paid only after a successful disbursement. So we feel that a strong word to mouth is what works, and that has helped us. So we do 20,000 loans on a month-on-month basis, and of which 10,000 are referrals. We don't pay more than 300 bucks on that. There are people who have referred 400 customers to us. till now, 400 disbursements, which is most of my partners would have disbursed in a monthly basis. So, if the best guy is the guy who's taken a loan from you and who's happy with the service, he is going to give you the best referral, and that is what we want to continue. We believe that that will help us even going forward. And trust will come from delivery. So if you help the customer uh, during his time of need, the trust is built automatically. That's the reason why we disburse loans in 15 minutes to 4 hours. See, a bank or a NBFC would take 3 to 4 days for the loan to be disbursed. We believe that a lot of people come to us because of emergencies. If somebody is in a hospital, is he going to wait for 2 days for you to approve a loan? He's not going to wait. Can you help him in those 15, 20, 30 minutes and give the money in his account so that his need is taken care of? That's the way you will be able to build trust. Financial investment in companies, another financial. Oh, see, I'll tell you one thing. Good companies will always get investments. So whether it is equity or debt, good companies will always get investment. See, most of these banks, let's take the example of banks as far as loans are concerned. They have to lend, right? They have to build their asset. Unless they lend, how are they going to make revenue? They have to pay money on fixed deposits. They have to pay money on savings account. Unless they lend, they are not going to make money. So they are also going to look out for good companies, and good companies where you are profitable. There is no hanky panky. Every corporate governance is very, very high. Will always get money. So last 6-7 months, anyways, was not good for the economy. We've been able to raise 100 crores of debt. We don't need equity, but debt has never been an issue for us. Even now, as we speak, the TLTRO has been announced. 6 nationalized banks are talking to us to see if they can buy our NCD. So we are using this opportunity to replace our existing debt into a cheaper debt. So my current debt is at 13-14%. I think with this TLTRO, I'll be able to get debt anywhere between 10 to 11%. Can I replace my debt? So good companies will never have an issue. Like even PEs, they have money in the bank. They are answerable to their investors. No investor is investing in a PE to make a 6-7% return, right? They are looking at 25-30% return. So most of the PEs, as we speak, there are 2 PEs who are actually doing a due diligence on us to see whether they can invest equity in us. Because this is the time, and I've always believed and I've always told people that, lending is a very easy thing. You can lend money whenever you want, but the eternal truth of lending is collections. So whoever is able to build a strong collection platform will be able to create a strong business. And that is what we are seeing. Even after giving moratorium to people, the system is so powerful that we are able to collect 90% of the due, even at this point in time. Whereas everybody in the market is saying 30-40%. So we are collecting 90%. And the other 10% are taking moratorium because they've lost their jobs or there is a reduction in their salary. Oh, see, Coca-Cola, Pepsi would not choose to merge, right? But do you want them to merge? Coca-Cola and Pepsi have so much money. Okay, they don't need to merge. There is no reason. They will compete. They will compete and they will never merge. So, but if you ask me, did it ever merge with me? I really don't know. But will a business where let's say we both add value to each other. Let's assume that there is a company who's very strong in SME but is offline and needs a strong platform for digital lending. And a company like mine, which is very strong in consumer financing and digital, but doesn't have offline presence, can we tie up? Can I tie up with a gold loan company and create a business where I use his infrastructure and do digital approval of loans? So those things will happen. I work in a microfinance company. At this point, I can't collect my recovery. What can be done to collect my recovery amount from borrowers? Oh, you can't do anything here. You have to just wait and watch. This is a time when, so if you would have lent your money to the right people, your money would have come back. Otherwise, you just have to wait for the situation to change for the guy to give your money back to you. So how different are we from Bajaj Finserv? See, Bajaj Finserv is into uh, financing consumer durables. Okay, I am a digital lender. Okay, my entire process, I don't meet the customer at all. My entire process is digital. From the time we source the customer to the time we disburse the customer, there is no human intervention. I don't even collect physical documents. Everything happens digitally. So, there is a huge difference between, and I'm sure Bajaj will start working on a digital platform similar to ours. I had heard that Rajiv at some point in time was planning to get something on the digital side. I think this is the right time for him to do it. How do you create process without PAN? You cannot create a process without PAN. I lend only to people who have a PAN card. Without a PAN card, I will not lend to the person. Any tips for marketing student freshers? See, the time is tough, but use this time to learn as much as possible. Okay, even if you don't get a job or a project, work for free projects. Just add to your CV. Use every opportunity to learn. Even if it is a sales job, even if it is a telecalling job, okay, learn. Do it. When things change, it'll help you, because a lot of guys, a lot of B school MBAs like us don't know the ground realities. If you want to be a great leader, unless you know what is happening on the ground, you will never be able to strategize. So I always believe that 40 degrees is more important than 22 degrees. So sitting in the confines of a AC room is the easiest that can happen. But if you can slog and struggle in that 40 degrees, you will get to know what your people are doing, what the market is thinking, and create products and strategize accordingly. Somebody's asked me, how do you start a new business? This is the right time to start a new business. You can't go wrong. The probability of you failing at this point in time is the lowest. The situation cannot be worse than this. So anybody who's planning to start a business at this point in time, please, this is the right time. So I'll tell you, just to give you an example, two of my techies have decided to quit, and they want to get into gaming. So I asked them, why would you want to get into gaming at this point in time? He's saying, so both of them told me that, sir, if work from home is going to be a reality, and it is going to go on for a long time, gaming has to go up. And I completely agree with them. And we as a company have decided to put the seed money in their company. Is the margin for financial products shrinking? I don't think so. I don't think so. Margins are shrinking, and there is no reason for you to shrink the margins. You should focus on your margins. Customers will come. You have to strategize on getting the right customers to you at your margin. By shrinking margin, it doesn't help anyone. See, P2P lending platform unable to capture the market. P2P lending, who will go to a P2P lending platform to borrow money? People who don't get loans from large NBFCs, NBFCs like our banks will go to P2P platforms. And see, I don't think we as a market are ready for a P2P product, because most of the people who are investing, there is no way we distinguish between a retail investor and a experienced investor. So P2P is not for retail investors. At this point in time, it is being sold as, if you're placing money in your FD, please don't place here, you will make 14% out here, but nobody is telling them the risk, right? I don't think China is a classic example. Most of the P2P companies have shut down out there and lost billions. Okay, thankfully in India P2P did not pick up, but my gut is that I don't think it will do well in India. NPAs is a reality of life. So what about NPAs? NPAs is a reality of life. You have to see, the thing is, you know what, as long as you use empathy with the customer, your money will come back. If you keep talking to your customer, your money will come back. If you threaten him, it is never going to come back. So I'm saying, if you have to understand the problem that that guy is facing, and if you keep talking to him, whenever he gets money, the first guy that he's going to pay is you. You have to ensure that you are always top of his mind. You understand his problem rather than threatening him. If you show empathy, your money will come back. And that has worked wonderfully for us. You have a medical emergency and CIBIL not, you should apply for a loan here. You will get to know whether you will get a loan or not. So I'm saying, I don't look at CIBIL. Whether you are 400, 500, 600, I really don't know. As long as you are working somewhere, you have an income, and you don't have any check bounces or ECS bounces in the last 6-7 months, we would love to give you a loan. Like I said, KYC, physical KYC is dead now. It is never going to happen. People will have to move to digital KYC. So signature, like I said, signature is available. You can take e-sign from the customer using the Aadhaar based solution is available, and it is acceptable. So this is Aadhaar based e-sign is going to be the future. There is no way you will be able to go. SEBI is allowed for broking firms. SEBI is allowed Aadhaar based signatures now. What's one thing most entrepreneurs should be doing but aren't? This is a very good question here. Entrepreneurs should be creating other entrepreneurs with them. The thing is, and that is what we've done. We've ensured that the team, okay, we've tried to create entrepreneurs, and that is what happened in Kotak also. In Kotak, like Monish said, I was allowed to build 4 businesses from scratch with no intervention from Uday Kotak. I used to make when I was offshore, I used to make a presentation to him. He's never questioned my strategy. I've gone wrong. He's never questioned. That is the same thing we are inculcating in our systems at this point in time. Like I told you, 2 of my guys want to be entrepreneurs. We are promoting them. We are saying we'll put the seed money. Most of the times people will try to desell the idea because they don't want to lose on a good resource. We don't, a good entrepreneur will always believe and give chances to other people to become entrepreneurs, and if possible, fund them too. Any suggestions for fintech startups ahead? Because there is going to be a consolidation. A lot of fintech startups will close down. People's situation are able, we will be able to ensure that we acquire companies or gain market share. So this is going to be a time of consolidation. Traditional banking is going to, my personal feeling, and this I have been saying even before COVID, traditional banking will be over in some time. People will not go to branches. I have not been to my bank branch for the last 10 years. In US, you don't need to even go to a bank branch to deposit your check. Bank of America allows you to scan the check and the money is credited to your account. We will also move towards that soon. Internships to MBA, we would love to give internships to good people. That is one thing which I told Monish in the morning too. Internships always welcome. As far as there are good people, we will surely do it.
Kaden, how can they reach you, and is there a particular profile?
No. So we look at good guys. Monish, whenever we've recruited, okay, what we do is, because profiles keep changing here, what we do is there hunger for that guy to learn?
Right. Right.
Right. If there is hunger and there is sincerity in doing what he wants to do, we would love to take that guy. So we don't recruit a lot, but whoever we recruit, so we've not, so we are just to tell you, Monish, we are a best place to work in India. We are in the top 75 of the country for women in this country. Top 75 for women, best place to work in India.
I read that today when I was looking up on Cashy.
So what we do is we ensure that a lot of freedom is given to people, a lot of importance is given to family life, work-life balance. So like I said, 9 hours, we have flexible working hours. So there are some people who come at 9, go at 6, some people who come at 12, go at 9. Like I said, 1 week, a month, people can work from home. So those are things that we allow. Saturday, if somebody works on a weekend, he can take a comp off on a weekday. So that's the reason why we've not lost people.
Right, right. And the way you're handling the present crisis obviously shows it's a great place to work at.
So we feel that whatever we are, and I've always said this and keep repeating this, I'm a sum total of my entire team. Whatever good that you see in me is the reflection of how good my team is. Right? Bad is my own undoing. So, we believe that, and in Cashy, we don't have a cabin culture. All of us sit together. Everybody has access to everyone. So anybody can come and talk to me. I would know all my 150 people by name.
Right.
So those are small things that and if somebody wants to do something new, we encourage that. Within the firm or outside the firm, we encourage that. So there was somebody who wanted to start a new line of business, this gold loan. Somebody wanted to start a new line of product. We said, okay, you start working on that. Give us a plan. If it is feasible, we will invest in that. So Monish, my email ID, if you can share with these guys, I would love to take a few interns there.
Yeah, we can just put that in chat here, maybe.
I'll put it.
And the way you're describing the office and the culture, I think most modern and agile workplaces are trying to move towards that, even more so in the post-COVID times. Transparency, flexibility, and just let people be, let them do their best.
No, so even now, I don't have to ask people to work for 9 hours. Like, you won't believe it, Monish, at this point in time, people are working on weekends without being asked. Because there is a feeling of ownership. So, we wanted to ensure that we speak to each and every customer, because my process is completely digital. You don't get an opportunity to speak to the customer. So we don't have a call center. We have a chatbot. So we wanted to speak to each and every customer to see whether they are okay. Are they having any problems? Just to have a chat with them. We moved half the team to calling, and people willingly did that. So those are small things, and that I think creates a great place to work.
Yes. You want to speak to a few participants?
Yeah, I would love to. If somebody has, I like questions being asked rather than reading here.
1+60. I don't know what your name is, but you raised your hand for a long time. Tell us what you want to talk about. Also, Sai Kiran. Sai Kiran Suryavanshi, are you there? I don't know, someone else who wants to talk, raise your hands. Yeah, please.
Yeah, hi, good evening, sir.
Hi.
Yeah, sir, I have just a small query. The SMO has told that we'll update an app regarding the customers and all. that if someone won't pay the on time and all, they can't able to use their mobiles, right?
No, so we are working on that. So if somebody doesn't pay my money, okay, see, how do I get my money back? I have
Yeah.
to have a virtual collateral, right? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
take,
sir.
so when I'm lending, I don't even take physical checks. There are
Yeah,
no checks which I take.
yeah, that's what. In a market, there are a few members are there. I don't want to tell those all things, but few people are there. They can use a fake PAN and all, and they can uninstall and they can again install and they can use our app and they can again borrow money, right?
See, I'll tell you one thing, just to tell you, okay, in the last 2 years, we have zero frauds.
Yeah, okay. No, I have just queried. That's what I have clarity.
I'll tell,
That's it, sir.
so I'll tell you, we have zero frauds and I'll tell you why. My process is such, okay, just think about it. You download my app, right? You will have a Gmail,
Yes, sir.
right? Gmail will be in your name,
Yes, sir.
right? You will give me your PAN card. I will ping with NSDL. Basis your age, we also have an algo. Assuming you are 40 years old and you have a new series which has been issued
Yeah.
last year. What does that mean? It means that this is your second PAN. So it means that this is your second PAN, right? So we also try and link your age with the series, PAN series. We check your Aadhaar, your bank statement. Okay, we disburse the money only in your salary account. So for a 1 lakh, 2 lakh, will you create all the documents, create a bank account where you will get salary credit for 3 months, create history of 6 months in your bank statement, create a company where EPFO is being deducted? Nobody will go to an extent to do this.
Yes, sir. That's what I just want to gotten few thoughts. That's why I was raising my hand. And one more
Yeah, I agree.
question, sir.
Yeah.
How can we apply for internship, sir? See, I'm doing my MBA in Aurora College.
Aurora is
I've
Hyderabad.
given my email ID. Just drop me.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
I have dropped my email ID. Please share your CV with me. I have an office in Hyderabad
Okay.
also.
Surely, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Anyone else wants to ask a question? Raise your hands. Naveen Kumar Reddy. Okay. Naveen Kumar, are you there? Let's take Balaji meanwhile. Balaji?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes, sir. My name is Balaji Mamade. I'm a student. I'm doing my PGDM from ICBM School of Business Excellence, Hyderabad. Yes, sir. So my question was, I've chosen marketing as my core specialization. Now, as you've told, automation and everything is becoming digital, and already it is here, and automation is hitting us like anything. So how do we face automation in marketing, sir? Like, how do we overcome automation?
You can't overcome automation, and it is part of life. So digital
No, sir,
marketing
how
is
do we
something
embrace
which you
it?
should specialize in. Digital marketing is good. How do you embrace it? You will have to. I didn't get your question. How do you embrace it? Means I didn't get it. As a user or as a professional?
As a profession, sir.
As a professional, boss, you have to embrace it by getting into courses. There are so many courses available on digital marketing. Please do it. There are free courses available even from the best of the Ivy League colleges. Harvard has courses on digital marketing. Please do it.
Okay.
So I could add on to that a bit. Being a marketer, I think a lot of what I studied 13 years ago is irrelevant now, literally.
I agree.
We have to keep taking these new courses all the time, and these are good times to do it. We have time to just sit at home, give a couple of hours a day, to a course we want to get into, and just do it.
Okay, sir.
These are times we need to learn even faster. It's like पढ़ाई हो गई जो सोचते थे किसी वक्त, but studies are done now. We can work.
So we,
need to upgrade ourselves, upgrade
yeah.
skills and what we can do. That's so much pressing now.
Okay. So what is your opinion regarding Google
Manish, you and I
certificates
would
and
be
HubSpot Academy?
that depends on you here. That really depends on you. I don't have any bias towards any certificate as long as it is helping you. See, any certification, okay, at the end of the day should help you reach your ultimate goal. Okay, it has to be a path to reach your goal. So whatever you want to do, if you think that that is going to add to your skill set and you will be able to add to your CV, and at the end of the day, when you go and apply for a job, you will be able to say what are the value additions that you will be able to do with your skill set is what is going to give you a job and help you grow in your future. See, every company, it's a two-way street, right?
Yes, sir.
A company expects you to add value to it.
Yes,
So
sir.
any course which will help you add value, whether it is increasing revenue or decreasing cost, should help you grow in your career.
Okay, sir. Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Smita, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah. Hello, Ketan.
Hi, Smita.
Yeah, I'm a faculty working with the B School in Cochin, Rajgiri Business School. And summer internships are an important part of the B School curriculum. But in pandemic situations like this, when you're not supposed to step out of your house, I was just wondering what can be an alternative for summer internship where students will get a flair of, what is actually happening in the industries.
So I'll tell you one thing. There are a lot of projects which can be done from sitting from home. Okay. There are, so like I was telling earlier, that even if it is making calls to customers, okay, understanding consumer behavior, people should do it. People should try and get live projects sitting from home. At this point in time, even if it is working for a call center, they should not be ashamed of doing it. It will help them understand consumer behavior.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Ketan, do you want to just take a couple of them more from the Q&A section?
Yeah. So, if somebody can ask me, because I don't know which one have I missed. So I've taken this, work in a microfinance, collect. Okay, this we've taken, right? Collections.
And people in the audience, if you want to ask a question, we'll just one or two more.
If I've missed questions, if people want to ask, please feel free to ask.
Jitendra, you are asking something?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yeah. My question is my name is Professor Jitendra Govindani. I'm with ICBM School of Business Excellence in Hyderabad. This particular pandemic thing will have a long-term effect. I think we all agree that there will be a lot of shortages of jobs and all. So you have recommended students to do some additional courses and look for additional alternatives. Right now, my query is, what sectors do you see as areas which will provide good opportunities for students, and how can they prepare themselves?
So I'll tell you couple of sectors. ITES will always be in demand. Okay, pharma is going to do well. Fintech will do well. Finance will do well, because if the economy has to bounce back, FMCG will do well. So it's, and Professor, the other thing is, it's not that every company within the sector is not going to do well. So there will be some companies which will go down, but some companies will grow. So, and this has been proven in so many cycles that we've seen, that the best companies come out of the rut. So it's not, I would not discount any sector at this point in time, other than travel. I would not discount any sector at this point in time.
Okay. And one very important part in this courses that you were talking about, online courses, apart from digital marketing, for example, in marketing area, apart from digital marketing, is there any other area that any other courses that you would strongly recommend the students to pursue?
So Okay, what I'm recommending to my marketing team is cross-functional. So as we speak, my entire marketing team is doing a course from IMB in data science.
Okay.
So, cross-functional courses is what is going to help you, because at the end of the day, what you know about others, you will be able to strategize better.
Mhm. True, true. Thank you so very much, sir. Really appreciate it.
Realme 3 Pro, are you there?
ఎప్పుడు
Hi.
చదువు ఎవరన్నా నీతోటి
That's it. I think he's talking to someone else.
Yeah.
Should we wrap then? I could send you the questions from the Q&A tab anyway for a look.
నీ బాగా నీళ్ళు తాగాలి రోజుకు మినిమం
Because I've shared my email ID. If anybody has any queries, please shoot. I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. I normally shoot from the head. I will mince words, not give you a picture.
Well, thank you, Ketan. These times need that even more.
Yeah, because see, it always helps to be honest. I'm saying if you are honest, it will help you and help the other person also. But just to tell you all, most of the guys who feel that this situation, I passed out in the year 2000 when there were no jobs. Okay, whoever was getting a job did not want to tell the next guy because we didn't know how many from the batch would get a job. Right? We turned out well. By 2001, everybody had a job. So some people who did not have a job, there is no reason for you to be depressed. Take up anything that comes your way and swing it to help you in your CV. And there will be industries and sectors which will do well. I am very bullish on the fintech sector. There will be companies which will do extremely well in the fintech space. Just to tell you, we are using this opportunity to expand to other geographies which we did not even think of. I'm sure I'm not the smartest guy on the planet. There are far better people in fintech than me. Maybe they are also thinking something alike or maybe better than me.
Fintech, or I heard the word phygital yesterday in terms of on-ground activations, merging physical with digital. It's like
That's right.
there's a need, or if there is a, and it was the first time. Yesterday was my first instance of that. So if there is a need, and if technology is enabling it, serve that efficiently in these times, because a lot of people will still be working from home. Business models are changing, and that leads to operational efficiencies. So be it fintech, be it data analytics and marketing, whatever technology can assist us. I think all these students here, they should look forward to learning the cutting edge areas of these and see what are.
That's right. That's right. I agree with you, Monish.
Should we wrap then?
Yeah, if there are no questions.
Any more questions? We can probably take one final one if you raise your hand. No, seems like we will.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
So, thank you, Monish. Thank you, guys. And if anybody has any questions, please shoot a mail. I would love to answer it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Bye.